Hello Tauruses and welcome. My name is Alyssa. This is my channel of New Direction. So this is a reading for the month of June for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Friday, May 22nd, we had a new moon start and it was a new moon in Gemini. So I just kind of wanted to take a moment and discuss that. So new moons, they're the beginning cycle of the lunar cycle, okay? The new moon is step one. And kind of like a new moon starts a lunar cycle, new moons also symbolize new cycles within our lives, within our spiritual journeys. And this new moon in Gemini, it's talking about a new cycle beginning and new seeds being planted with kind of just the intent, right? Not really the understanding and the knowing of how these seeds are maybe going to bloom or what is going to come of these, but it's about giving thoughts, ideas, a place to just grow so that you may explore them further. Okay, it's about planting seeds to explore beyond. Okay, so I have already pulled the oracles and the first set of tarot cards. I did it with the Aries just because my phone overheated 3 times, so I had to restart the video. And I really liked it. I liked how much quicker it went. There wasn't so much of you guys waiting while I was shuffling. So we are going to get right into it. A couple housekeeping things. My girls are in my pool. Dogs are outside. It's beautiful. It's hot. But yes, I apologize for any interruptions. Number 2, I cuss a little bit, so if that's an issue for you, this is where you should probably exit. And that's that. Let's just open ourselves and accept the message of spirit, okay? So, step 1 was I pulled from the energy oracle, and that was for the overall energies right now for your month, and your kind of current energies. And the energies that came were anxiety, hostilities, and 7th chakra. This is your crown chakra. Okay, this one is up here. This is your divine kind of connection chakra. And I really am feeling like these energies, this anxiety and these hostilities are your almost lack of trust in your intuition. Your almost lack of trust in that divine connection. Okay? And adjacent possibilities and the angel of love were at the bottom of this deck. Okay? And this is just talking about love can be in more than one door. Okay, there's more than one way forward here where love will be, where you will find love through the door, okay? And I think love will also open more doors, and true love, you know, the angel of love is talking about like a very true kind of balanced love almost, okay? It's talking about understanding the actual truth to love, which is duality. It's the balance, it's the flow, okay? And I really just feel like these overall energies for this month, okay? There's some anxiety and hostilities, and whether or not this may be somebody in your life, some situation that is being hostile, defensive, causing you some anxiety, I do very strongly feel that, you know, it's almost your defensiveness, okay? It's almost your anxiety and your defensiveness, your hostility to connecting yourself to a higher, to connecting yourself. Maybe it's your own hostilities and your own anxieties to listening to that intuition, to listening to what, you know, the divine is asking you and guiding you to do, right? Maybe it's your fear of thinking, okay, but how can I go through another door? Is there going to be love, or is there only going to be heartbreak, you know? How can I trust that going through that door is going to be fulfilling? And Spirit's like, yeah, but that's part of it, right? By connecting to that divine, by connecting to our higher spirits, okay? By connecting to those higher intentions of our lives. That is how we grow. That is how we, as spiritual beings, we evolutionize ourselves, okay? Okay, so the energy, the spirit animal oracle that you pulled, I'm going to show the bottom of the deck first, and it was Know Your Own Worth. That was the skunk spirit, and I love this cute little skunk. We're all precious, beautiful creations of the higher, okay? And it's knowing that. It's knowing that you were divinely made. Behind this beautiful little skunk of knowing your own worth was the badger, and I love this fucking spirit more than almost any other spirit out there. The badger. Be fearless and bold. because badger just don't give a fuck, okay? Seriously, they don't. Know your own worth and be fearless and bold. That is so stinking important. Stinking, get it? I didn't do that intentionally, but that was funny. Okay? Okay? Know your own worth. So the card that came out for this, I'm going to read it to you. And it's a big, long message, but I want you to pay attention because this is very important. You got the dolphin spirit as the energy that you are being asked to embrace this month. And the dolphin spirit is this and that are true. And I want you to listen to this message because it's very important. Dolphin spirit, like her earthly manifestation, is a reminder of duality. As the dolphin is both mammal and sea creature, so too is dolphin spirit, both this and that. Two truths coexist, the story you tell and another as well. The duality of life is present when we are suffering, for there is a blessing too in the helpers that appear. Within clouds are silver linings, and when we later reflect what happened, we can see that a situation was both this and that, and had a choice led to both joy and sorrow. No relationship is either all good or all bad, and people have qualities of both light and shadow. Focus on the positive, for light exists alongside the darkness. Dolphin spirit calls for you to come up from below and enjoy the weightless moment in the sun as you dive in and out of this and then that, accepting and even enjoying the duality of life. Why not join dolphin spirit in acknowledging and affirming the blessings present in this moment? In all areas of your life, there are aspects of both this and that. Today, you can celebrate this fact and recognize the complexity and the beauty of the fabric of the universe. You are at a place right now where your past self is still present as you move towards the new self you are becoming. Aspects of both selves are present, so even if you want to say goodbye to what was, you are required to find solace in the between time. Today is not a day to choose one over the other, but rather to accept things as they are without judgment or resistance. Even in matters of heart, duality is present. Your next action will be obvious when you drop your bias and see things as a whole. And the protection message for this is just as equally as important. When you most want to be acknowledged as right and see others as wrong, dolphin spirit appears as a reminder that the story of your suffering and righteousness is a little more complicated than you are admitting right now. Do you want to see things in black and white and be rigid in your ideas of what's correct and what is not? Release your rigidity and embrace the fluidity of life as you recognize the grays that remind you there are two sides of every story, an upside and a downside, a blessing in every challenge. What you think is wrong may end up being right for you. So let dolphin spirit soften your heart so that you make the best decision at this time, playing with the possibilities that present themselves. Isn't that just such a beautiful message, right? So I really feel that as, these energies for the month, is that anxiety and that defensiveness towards that, kind of divine connection. It's understanding, guys, that there's a duality to it. Okay? You need to embrace that. Okay, the angels. You pulled a lot of angels too, actually. Sensitivity was the first one. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. And that's so important, guys, okay? Acknowledge that sensitivity within you. Give it a place. Courage. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Absolutely. Compassion. Soften your heart with respects to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Okay? Be compassionate with yourself and take your power back. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, guys, those are the oracle messages to start out our June reading, our seeds that we are planting, that higher kind of intention of our life that we are growing towards. Okay, so the three questions that I pulled was the inner truth of what you want, the inner truth of what you need, and the outer attitude towards achievement. So the inner truth of what you want was the Three of Wands and the Judgment. Isn't that beautiful? For what you want, it's this beginning stage. The Three of Wands is talking about a spiritual step, a spiritual beginning, a step into the ocean, a step into the color, a step into the passion, a step into the person that you are meant to become, a step into your true authentic self, okay? And when it's the judgment behind that, look at that. That's releasing the things, it's releasing the pains, it's releasing the heartaches, it's releasing the cycles that have continued on in your life. It's releasing the garbage and embracing your purpose, okay? So that's the inner truth about what you want. The inner truth about what you need was the Five of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Okay, the Five of Swords is talking about tensions. It's talking about the negative, toxic kind of energies, you know, that maybe you're allowing people to, you know, input into your life. The Eight of Cups, that's walking away. It's walking away from the bullshit that isn't going to serve you in this life, setting it on fire, and embracing the light, okay? We're going back to clarify all these, sorry guys. I just wanted to show you all three before I actually got down into clarifying them. And the outer actions here towards achievement was the Knight of Swords and the Two of Cups, okay? And the Knight of Swords is talking about being driven. See here? See how Spirit down here is just guiding and moving you? Okay, and this Two of Cups, this is about creating magic. Two energy sources coming together and creating magic. And this can be you and another person, but it can also be you and Spirit, okay? All right, let's get into the truth of the things that you want, right? And that was the Three of Wands and the Judgment. Spirit, can you clarify this Three of Wands for us? What is this Three of Wands? The Three of Wands is the Eight of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Hermit, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this Three of Wands, this beginning, this step forward of spiritual journeys, okay? Wands are about our spiritual being. Wands are about our, they just are. Cups are about emotions. Swords are about your intellect. Pentacles are about your earthly kind of 3D forming things. And wands are about our spiritual beings, okay? Look here. Imagine being on this shoreline of your own new spiritual ocean and being ready and excited to dive deep down in. You know, this is what you want to do. You are ready. You are wanting to embrace this next step beyond. So drop the anxiety, drop the hostilities towards it and embrace it, right? To clarify that was this Eight of Wands, which is change. Like a lightning bolt coming in and adding creativity and inspiration and setting fire to the situation, okay? This is sparking. This is something coming in. This can even just be the enthusiasm within inside your soul that is just on fire. It's like somebody literally just shocked you with something and you're on fire. You're excited. You're ready to go forward. You're ready to dig down. You're ready to dive deeper, okay? The blockage, maybe you're unable to see the way forward. Maybe you have this spark and you're just like, I can't see it. Like I'm feeling alive, I'm feeling enthusiastic, like the sun in between these two swords, but I'm unable to actually shine bright. I'm blocked, right? I'm blocked, okay? New moon, a new cycle beginning. What is it? The seeds, the intentions? Where do you want to go from here? Because when you align yourself to the intentions and the seeds that you want to plant, the higher intentions, the good vibration energies, the higher energies, when you start acknowledging those and saying, this is the way that that person would go. My higher self would choose this step, okay? You begin to embrace, okay? You begin to change, you begin to actually take that step. Those blockages and these barriers are going to begin to go like this. And from a Two of Swords where it's blocked, it'll be the Two of Wands where it's open and changing and aligning yourself to move to new movement, right? The Hermit was behind that. The Hermit is behind this Two of Swords, and that's your connection. That's your time out. That's your peace. This is your one-on-one connection to your spiritual being, to your inner truth, your one-on-one connection to this inner light of who you are, your true authentic self. Okay, and that's so important when we're talking about taking the steps to begin a spiritual journey. Okay, when we're talking about going off like this, you need to know who you are. Like, this girl is solid in who she is spiritually. She knows what she's diving into. She knows that when she dives into this ocean of all of these energies, all of the things around her, she has faith in, she has faith in who she is because she's connected to the Hermit. Okay? She's connected to her light. Okay? And the Three of Pentacles behind that, this is the time. This is a time for you to be able to build solid foundations. Not only for yourself, but the people in life that you come in contact with, whether that be family, whether that be people that you are here to help serve and heal, you know, and guide them along their pathways. You know, we all, I think sometimes, you know, we take light of the people that we do affect in a day, you know, and the people that we do, our energies do, you know, directly affect other energies. You know, when you are in contact, or you are, you know, always, as a general, you know, rule of thumb, always leave somebody better than when they came to you, right? Whether that's just a happy kind of feeling that they go away feeling better, right? But the Three of Pentacles, that's what that's about. It's about building solid foundations, mountains on solid foundations, things that you are creating with others, for others, okay? There's growth here, and by embracing who you truly are, right? By embracing and really allowing your spirit to dive down, you know, you bring out who you are truthfully. You know, you release yourself here, right? Like the Judgment, you release yourself, and by doing that, what you bring to the table when you bring it is that much more powerful. It's that much more true, okay? So the Three of Wands, guys, that allow this enthusiasm, allow this joy that you're feeling, allow this excitement, this spark that you're feeling inside of you, you know, allow that to guide you. Allow that to be a leading light, you know? Can you clarify this Judgment, Spirit? What's the Judgment? Speak your truth. This Judgment and this releasing is the speaking of your truth. It's the speaking of your truth and overcoming and allowing the Five of Pentacles to just be what it is. Okay, the Five of Pentacles is talking about loneliness, despair, hard times, okay? The feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you've just had a shitty run of bad freaking luck, okay? But see here, see this Page of Swords? See how she sits on this sword? She's holding it. She's very patient. She's got all these ideas of color and ideas and thoughts flickering around her heads, right? Those are her seeds. Those are intentions. Those are her higher, intuitive thoughts, okay? And when she is connected to those, she can understand that this place here, whether she feels it currently or not, whether it's just a moment or not, see here, see the moon, see the giant moon up here? This is Spirit. And Spirit is saying, but I'm here, okay? Connect to your higher and release the burdens. Cut the shit, right? Nine of Swords. Cut it, okay? This Judgment, this release, it has to be cut. You must understand that in order to release and embrace this Judgment, your divine kind of calling, your divine kind of healing, you know, on the inner truth of what you truly need, you know, this whole new kind of spiritual beginning, this whole new avenue forward. Release, 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 okay? Be true. Be true to who you are. This girl, she knows who she is because she's thought about that. Okay, the Page of Swords is a very intellectual kind of thing. Look at all the colors of inspiration floating around her head, okay? She's got lots of them, and Spirit communicates with you. So open yourself up. Allow that communication to have a place. Allow yourself, plant the seeds of higher intentions, and then allow yourself the opportunity to let them grow. Okay, see how she sits here on this sword? Because she knows anything that is not going to serve these higher intentions or all of these creative ideas, they don't have a place. Any of this lower kind of negative, toxic, Five of Pentacles left out in the cold bullshit, it doesn't have a place. It's dead. It's garbage. It needs to be released. There's no place for that here. There's no place for you to feel insecure in who your true spiritual person is. Okay? Because when you release the garbage, when you release all of the toxic bullshit and hand that over to Spirit and lay that at the foot of the cross and say, those are no longer my burdens. These are sins that have already been paid for me. These are not things that I want to carry. You know, when you literally physically release the burdens, the heaviness, the despair of the Five of Pentacles. Okay, when you acknowledge that, when you cut the shit and realize it's not yours to carry. This garbage here, what a horrible mess to carry inside you. That's not yours. Release that. That's where the healing comes in from. This is where judgment comes from. Understanding that we've already been forgiven. You just have to ask for it. You just have to say, yeah, I accept it. Okay? You're already forgiven for it. So align yourself to those higher intentions. Align yourself to that kind of higher idea and those higher, those higher energies, right? Align yourself to that healing. That's where it's at, okay? The inner truths of what you need was the 5 of Swords, again, and the 5 of Swords, that's tensions. Like that's hardship, that's bullshit, okay? That's a lot of just garbage. Tense, toxic, negative, garbage. Cutting it, walking away from it, whatever it is, okay? Those lower vibration energies don't have a place, okay? And when you understand that, when you understand and liberate yourself from that, that's where you find power. Can you clarify this 5 of Swords? The High Priestess, yep. High Priestess, because this 5 of Swords, like he kind of looks almost like he's confused, right? Like he's having a hard time kind of figuring out. This is spirit sitting on his shoulders, right? And this guy over here, he's celebrating because he's gone and he's hurt this person, There's been damage done here from somebody else's negativity, from somebody else's doing, okay? Past situations, whatever it may be, but somebody else has wounded you. Somebody else has hurt your way of thinking, okay? And the High Priestess is saying, well, knock that off. Look here. Spirit's saying, just connect. Connect to me, okay? Again, drop the hostilities, drop the anxiety about it, and just do it. Connect to me, because here in this understanding is your power. Here in this understanding is your knowledge and wisdom to be able to go forward, to be able to accept for the things for what they are, okay? 8 of Cups, what is the 8 of Cups saying here? 5 of Wands, guys. There's just, the 8 of Cups is kind of almost like that competitiveness, almost like you're feeling like scattered, like there's just almost so much going on and unsure, but the Hanged Man was what came out, and that's saying just take the time, okay? Take the time, even if you're feeling scattered, even if you're feeling like your energies are just kind of all over the place, and there's not a direction, and there's not, those anxieties and those hostilities, like they're raging out of control because, you feel scattered, you feel completely out of sync, out of sorts here, okay? This inner truth for what you need is saying, just take the time out, connect with spirit here, okay? Connect. Understand that at times we need a timeout. We need to just be able to sit back and connect with our higher so that we understand where we need to go from here, okay? And that's what this is. You're talking about the 5 of Swords and this tension, this this unsurety, right? And spirit, the High Priestess down here is just saying, connect to me. Connect to the divine. Connect to, your intuition, okay? Because when you do that, this cup, this scattered, all of this scattered energy, all of these negative kind of toxic, almost wasted scattered energies, right? When you embrace this time out stage, you can embrace who you want to be going forward from that, who you want to be walking and embracing the new light, the new day, okay? And that's so important. We have that opportunity again and again in our lives to be able to, like, at any point be like, that's not the way I want to go with this. No. That's not going to serve who I want to be, and this is the person I want to be. These are the intentions. This is the road that I want to align myself with, because this is the kind of person that I want to be in the end of it. Okay? So, the outer attitude towards achievement was the Knight of Swords and the 2 of Cups. And the Knight of Swords, I really feel like this is just spirit guiding you, urging you, pushing you forward. Okay? Listen to that, connect to that. And it could be guiding you into this relationship. It could be guiding you into some sort of, new blending of energies, something that is really going to be quite fulfilling. Okay? And this can be energies with, 2 worldly souls, but this can also be your energies with spirit. And spirit just saying, as we go forward, as you trust me, as you connect to that intuition and you truly open your heart up and allow me to, work with you. As you understand that there's the thises and the that's of this world are needed, right? We can blend together as two energies, and cups can be filled. I really do feel, though, as, this outer attitude towards achievement, I feel that it's spirit guiding you, and you just feeling almost the solid energies and knowing that, okay, I'm not sure where I'm going. Spirit's moving me. My bike's here, and it's open before me because I'm really not really sure where I'm going, but I trust that as I go forward, this blending of energy will find me, okay? This connection, this blending of good souls filling cups together is coming. Okay, let's clarify those. Knight of Swords. What's the Knight of Swords? The Wheel of Fortune and the Moon. Yep. Because there's change here, and the Knight of Swords is saying that. The Knight of Swords is saying that there's movement. There's movement and change, and things are definitely changing. The direction here is changing. The Wheel of Fortune is saying, absolutely. Look at this. There is change. The most consistent thing in life is change, right? And here's Spirit up here and the Wise Owl and the Sun down here, right? And this is saying that you need to embrace the change. Allow this change to come in. Open it. Openly receive it. Okay? Welcome it into your life. That's important. Saying, Spirit, I welcome this change into my life. I welcome this new cycle. I welcome these new beginnings. I plant these seeds of intentions, and I welcome the growth. Okay? I welcome the opportunity and the excitement to explore them. That's how you continue to bring in those kind of good energies, okay? And the Moon was behind that. And the Moon is Spirit saying, don't even worry about not being able to see what's coming. Don't even fret about, thinking that I have to have some sort of outcome. I have to see where this is going. Stop that. Spirit has that under control, and this is that connection, This is that release. Spirit's saying, drop the anxieties and the hostility to this, okay? Trust me. Trust me here. Trust this divine kind of crown energy here. Trust your intuition, okay? Trust me. That's what Spirit's saying. Trust me, gosh darn it. Trust me and continue. Trust me and continue to just follow the guidance that is being put before you, okay? And not even maybe before you. Trust that energy that comes with inside of you that's just like guiding you and moving your feet, and you're just feeling compelled and driven to go forward. Yep. Okay? Then trust that change. No matter how terrifying it is, no matter what needs to happen, trust it. Right? Let the duality of life just play its natural course. Okay? Spirit's working in the realms, guys. Spirit is there. Okay? Two of Cups. The Mother of Pentacles. And the Two of Cups is, the Mother of Pentacles is a very intuitive, very grounded kind of connecting. She's you. That's your that would be your divine feminine energy is very Queen of Pentacles. Okay? You are an earth sign, and this is the Queen of the Earth. Okay? And she's, this mothering being, a nurturer. Somebody who connects to the higher and to the spirit and understands that through that connection is how they nurture and they heal and they give life and rebirth, right? And see the Empress is right behind there? Again, that is, this is a card, again, of yourself. Okay? And this Two of Cups, this blending of these energies, they're clarified by two very feminine powers of your own. Okay? It's the understanding, I think, that you are so powerful as that earthly connected, solid spiritual being. By connecting to spirit and allowing the positive energies to be what you go forward with here. You begin to rebirth, you begin to open and allow things a place to grow. You do. You really do, okay? This Two of Cups could be very much a new love coming into your life if that's a possibility for you. The Empress is all about oh boy, tractor with 2 trailers. They were hauling bales up here the other day, so chances are that's going to be going on now for the rest of the day. This 2 of Cups, though, I really feel that as it's talking about, you know, the blending of 2 energies and filling cups, which can be done very romantically. I feel that those energies are going to be filled when you truly embrace your nurturing side, your fertile, birthing kind of side of who you are. Okay? All right. Guidance. Oh my goodness, my bumblebee's back. I've got this bumblebee who, I don't know what he thinks. He like literally crawled all over me before my reading. And then I was like, okay, seriously, like this isn't okay. I think he likes the way I smell. He likes all of my bright bags, that's for sure. I tried giving him a dandelion. He wanted nothing to do with my dandelion. Okay. Guidance. Guidance, guidance, guidance. Guidance for our Taurus friends here for the month of June as they plant these seeds of intentions. Temptations. Devil energy there, guys. And that's just low vibration energies, you know? That's those anxieties and those hostilities. It's that attachment to the fear of having faith. Yeah, it's the attachment to the, you know, it's the fear almost to that spiritual. The Ace of Fire came out after that. You know, the new beginning here, the new spiritual beginning here, right? That is just, this is the opportunity. So cut the fears, cut the negative, cut those low toxic vibration energies like we've already talked about, right? Remove yourself from those, okay? Cut those ties and embrace this new beginning as this new you. Embrace the new spiritual beginning here, okay? 2 of Pentacles, understanding again, okay? There's a balance. There's a need for both of it. There's a need to be able to balance a spiritual kind of life, okay, within all of us. There is our spiritual beings. Oh my gosh, he's going to crawl right on my camera. You know, our spiritual beings here, there is that place for us, and we must learn to really embrace both, you know, in our lives, our work lives, our action lives, and our spiritual lives. Okay? Dude, seriously, please don't come at me like that. Don't do it. I don't know what you're doing. And then the 9 of Air was after that, guys. Again, the 9 of Swords, and that's cutting away the tensions, you know, just like this nasty, gruesome card. Sometimes it just calls for that kind of cut, okay? And this one looks very gruesome. Doesn't this one look freeing and releasing? Because that's what it is all about. This garbage, all of this garbage, this nasty ass shit that we hold deep down inside of our souls, when we lay it at the foot of the cross and understand that those sins, all of those burdens, all of that hardship that we have been carrying, it frees us. There's freedom within it. So spread your wings and accept the freedom that is yours, right? And that's what Spirit's trying to say here. The freedom is yours. All you have to do is accept it, okay? That new beginning here, that new way forward here, that opportunity is for you. So plant the seeds, okay? Sow the seeds of higher intentions. Sow the seeds of who you want to be, okay? And then cut away the toxic energy that doesn't serve those. Cut away the toxic energy that doesn't serve the highest intentions that you are bringing, or the highest intentions that you wish to embrace in this kind of life, okay? Remember the duality of life, and there is all parts of it. There's joy and sorrow, there's good and bad. Okay, that's so important, guys. That's very 2 of Pentacles, right? That balance. The understanding that there is the need for the flexibility in life, okay? There is the need and very much the place for a spiritual connection in our life, because we need that. We need that. Emotionally, our spiritual beings are just here to learn lessons, but if you're not actually embracing, you know, the connections that are here for you, if you're not actually truly embracing, you know, your spiritual being's journey, and you're only going about living about, you know, the earthly kind of aspects in your lives, right? You're going to feel empty. You're going to feel very one-sided. Because as a spiritual being here, just living among this earthly world, we need to have the space for both. Okay? We do. All right, guys. Sounds like my girls are getting out of the pool. Sorry, I just need to think. Girls, it is time to dry off and we need to go down to the barn. I'm almost done here, okay? Within about 5 minutes, yep. Okay, sorry. Oh, at the bottom of this deck for the guidance, I already pulled that, didn't I? Did I? No, I didn't. It's the Tower. It's the Tower and the Page of Fire, okay? Something needs to crumble here. Something needs to fall. That needs to happen. You need to shed the old needs to come down so that you can embrace the new being that you are, the new spiritual being that you are. That Page of Fire is all about that. That's all about that beginning cycle. Look at that beginning moon here, okay? It's all about that beginning of who you are as a spiritual being. You know, plant those seeds, plant those intentions of who you are as a spiritual being, right? And the Two of Cups was behind that. The Two of Cups and then the Two of Wands, guys. This could very much, it could be talking about maybe a relationship that needs to come down, okay? Maybe you are in some sort of relationship right now that just isn't serving the higher you, okay? Or maybe it's not even that necessarily that relationship needs to come down, but just the way that relationship, the energies within that relationship, those cycles need to change. Those cycles are what needs to happen and change and come down, okay? But there is a need. There is a need here for, especially when there's anxieties and hostilities, you know, before that seventh chakra, before that, you know, connection to your spiritual, like kind of intuitive divine connection there, you know? That's a tough spot to be, okay? The more you sit in the self, the more you will begin to feel an energy that you have never experienced before. It comes up from behind rather than in front, where you experience your mind and emotions. Absolutely. Wow. Taurus. The highest state you have ever experienced is simply the result of how open you were. If you don't close, it can be like that all the time. And that's very much it. If you can watch those hostilities and those defensivenesses towards that kind of spiritual divine connection in your life, okay? And if you can watch where you are becoming maybe too rigid, okay? Where you're holding things and not releasing them. You know, you open yourself up. All right, guys, that's it. So, please like, subscribe, share, comment. I'd love to hear your comments. And yeah, until next time, take care of yourselves, okay? Enjoy the sunshine. Bye now.